Hey there, Peppers. Lynn here just for the health of it. And today we are doing something for, well, one, our mental health and sanity, and two, preparing for our move to better our lives and our lifestyle. So I am in my basement, and it's a little embarrassing how messy it is, but please remember I've been here 16 years. Oh my, stuff piled everywhere. And I have flipped and owned many rentals during that time. So before I had the Garage Mahal, this is where I stored all my extra paints and all my extra construction things and my tools. And so it is time to really just get in here and get some of this stuff dealt with. I'll give you a quick little tour. It's going to be a little poor lighting, and it is really pouring down rain outside, so it's dark and gloomy and gray. But I'll give you a quick show up front, and then I'll get some work done, and I'll show you what progress we can make today. All right, starting at the door. We have just lots of stuff. Paint buckets, chains, air hoses, power supply, flooring that is pieces that match upstairs. Junk tenants have left. Bumper for my 4Runner. Some kind of lighting I'm trying to have here. Garbage can of just trim pieces. Ugh. Old junk. Just lots of junk. But then like my router. Current tenant bins that I've allowed her to store. Ugh. Ugh. Paint and more paint. Then these are personal boxes. It's a little hard to see in there. That I've had just over the years. More tenant bins. Stuff left over from businesses. And some original doors that were in this house when I did the full renovation. And lots of just miscellaneous junk. Luckily, it's going to be hard to see. Yeah, it's not going to work. But luckily, the piles don't go too far back. They're all contained to the front section here. So, since it's pouring down rain, it'll be a good day to play ball with Loki and get some of this stuff pulled out for junk haulers to come get. Is started making piles and sections. So these totes are the current tenant. These boxes are a prior tenant, which I will call. And the table and everything on it is garbage. And then I've started my pile of bins and bins here that I'm going to keep. And I've got the whole center cleaned out. All of this is garbage. Old doors I don't know what to do with. And then a couple bins that I started of things that I am going to keep. You know, just tarp, rollers, air hose, things that are still good for when I go to my next DIY project. And then we got to deal with all the paints. I'm going to open those up, and I think a lot of them are actually already dry. They've been down here for almost 20 years. Eesh. Good morning there, puppers. Oh, well, I spent a good 5 or 6 hours in the basement yesterday, and I did make great progress, but I am not even, I'd say halfway. So my body just got sore and tired. Somehow I only got like 5,000 steps. And I mean, I was hauling stuff out of the basement over by one of my gates so that the junk haulers could come. And then loading stuff into the garage so I could take it, you know, donate it to the Goodwill. And yeah, man, I figured I would have got 10, 12,000 steps. But hey, that's okay. So just hanging out this morning, making my plan. Totally forgot this happens to be daylight savings day. So I've gained an hour, but yet of course I was up at like 3:30 a.m. then, current time. I'm just waiting kind of for some daylight to get out in the basement. I'm gonna do a couple hours more work. We'll see how the body goes. I wanna get the work done for my mind, psychological health, but I have to be mindful always of my body health. I mean, I'm doing great and everything like that. My body will kind of go and go, and then it's done. And like, I'm definitely sore this morning. I can feel it. So I'm just going to be mindful of that, but kind of try to get some stuff done. And, you know, it's kind of, if you do a little bit every day, you eventually get whatever project done you need to get done. So I will see you back down in the basement after I finish one more cup of coffee. All right. Well, you know, it usually looks worse before it gets better. But there is method to my madness. So I finally have this section cleaned out all the way back to here. This is where I'm putting items that I'm taking with me. Whereas, and that's what I have left to go through. That's it. Just that little bit. This is all trash, basically. And then I've got to move a little bit of stuff I'm taking with me back over there. And then we have paint cans that have minimal paint and stuff are open and drying. And then more trash. And what was happening to the phone there. This little bin I have to go through. It's all like miscellaneous construction stuff. And then, does anybody want some very old doors? They were original to this house. Not this one, but all of these 5 panels. So, getting there, really. A lot of junk, tenant things, and then items I'm actually taking with me, and the remaining little bit I have to go through. Getting there, really getting there. All right, guys. Well, it got really cold and blustery, and I decided to wrap up the basement project for now. I will follow up later and give a post of how gorgeous and clean the basement is. So thanks for hanging out with us today, and I hope that you find something to do just for your health of it today. See you later.